Hello again, everybody. I'm back with another ROM for the Nexus 6, and this one here is Marshmallow. That would be Android 6.0. This ROM is called JDX. I think it's version 4.0. We will look into that. And if you notice in the upper right-hand corner, I am running the 3-minute battery mod. Um, B-Door, boy, and I know I'm going to catch hell for this. I forgot his name again, his username, but he has worked it so that it will work on this ROM. And the reason I say that is because this will only work on DODEX ROMs. So he had to do some work to get it to function, but it is functioning just fine. Which is nice because Marshmallow, at least stock or stock-ish like this, does not have that many customizations to it. So let's get right into it. And by the way, I am running a theme from Team Neat. This is called Neat Friends. It's a new one that they are still working on. They do have a release of it, but he is still working on updates and finalizing, which I am part of the testing on. So you guys are going to get a little peek at the nice work that he does too. And it's basically a glass or clear theme. So let's go into About Phone. As you can see, this is Android version 6.0, and if we keep tapping, there is the Easter egg, and it is Marshmallow. And if you keep tapping it, or hold it, it will go into the game. Okay. Well, that's enough for me. Um, and this is, the ROM is called JDX, and the build number is 4.0.0. Again, this is for the Nexus 6. I am running the kernel that came with the ROM, and that kernel is Elite Kernel. And the reason I didn't want to screw with the kernel is because it works. It does not force encryption, so if you are not encrypted already, this is a flash and forget ROM. Flash it and boot. If you're coming from Lollipop, though, I highly recommend after you flash it that you format your data. So you're going to lose everything, so you want to back that up. But you're going to get a clean build that's going to boot up and run. Okay, as you can see, I do have my System UI tuner turned on. The way you turn that on from the start is you pull down your quick settings, and where the settings icon is at, you press and hold it for about 10 seconds. That will enable that System UI tuner. With that, you get these settings where you can change your quick setting tiles around and do some stuff with that. You have your status bar changes that you can do, what you want on it, what you don't want on it. Show embedded battery percent on or off. I have mine shut off because I'm running the 3-minute battery mod. I don't want that on there. And last but not least is demo mode. Not sure what that is all about. But, you know, I say flash to ROM and try it for yourself and see what it is. Let me know. Under developer options, these are your developer options. Pretty basic. I don't see anything really new to Marshmallow that I didn't see in Lollipop. Let's see here. Yeah, and you have your transition and your animation duration scales and stuff like that. You can change here if you want. Like I said, this ROM has plenty of RAM. It has a good enough processor that I'm not going to change any of that. After developer options, I'll show you date and time. It does not come with 24-hour format. It comes with the 12-hour format as flashed. So just so you guys know, you have your backup and reset, of course. That is where your normal, where you can factory reset, blah blah blah. Language and input. If you want to set up your Google keyboard, this is where you do it. to change your theme of your keyboard, so on and so forth. If you want to set up Google Voice, stuff like that. Let me see. Then we have Google, and not sure what that is. Oh, okay, I know what that is. That is to set up your Google, all your Google apps and stuff like that. I will tell you that Marshmallow is highly, highly centralized around Google and Google Apps. So if you're not a fanboy of Google, you may not like this particular build. You may want to wait until there is a custom ROM out based on M. Under security, these are your security settings. You can encrypt your phone if you like. Your screen locks are your swipe pattern, pin, and password, or none. Let's see here. Of course, you have your device administrators, unknown sources. If you want to sideload an app or something like that, you're going to need unknown sources checked. That's about it. Location. This is where you change your mode from high to battery saving to device only. I will give you a little piece of advice. If you're going to run a lot of Google apps, especially OK Google and stuff like that, you're going to want those settings to be under high. You have your tap and pay users, and of course, nice about Marshmallow is it has memory. It kind of shows you where your RAM's at, what's using your RAM, stuff like that. I think it's a nice little touch. Let's see, battery. Again, that just shows your battery stats. Here's storage and USB. I know that if I was to plug in my USB dongle, it will actually show another drive. Now, it's a little harder to use. I actually had to download this app. That's if I even have it on here anymore. Let me see if I can find it. It's Nexus Media Manager is what it's called. And I did not download it. But if you want to move some files back and forth between your USB drive, your USB dongle, and an SD card inside that USB dongle and onto your internal SD, you're going to want to use the Nexus Media Management app. Back into settings. Let's see, we were at storage. Then you have your apps, sound and notifications. This was where you're going to set up your volume, your ringtones. Here's your other sounds. And your notification setup. Under display, it's pretty standard here too. I don't really see too much of a difference. And then, of course, you have home where you can pick your launchers. Right now, I am running Nova Launcher. The only reason I don't run the Google Launcher, I'm not really that much into Google apps to begin with. I like Google Plus. I like YouTube. I like, Google Drive, stuff like that. But I don't use them like a lot of people do. So I don't need that. And I like customizing my my icons. So this is the launcher that I have to use in order to customize it. Almost done. So if we go to, I think that's actually about it as far as the settings go. I will go home and show you a few things. Of course, this is Nova Launcher too, so it's not going to be. If I'll tell you what, I will go ahead and switch to Google Now. And I'll let you see some of the things on this theme. As of course, Google Now is themed, clear. It's got that clear look. Also, come on, there we go. The Play Store is themed. Google Plus is themed. And there are a couple other apps in here that's themed. I'm not going to get into them. And it is a work in progress. He's constantly working to update it. Um, and that's about it. Oh, here's the app drawer. Notice that this theme also works with the launcher and turns the your app tray clear as well. So if you don't like a dark theme, run with a light wallpaper. If you want a really dark theme, run with a super dark wallpaper. But as you can also see that on the very top row, it always throws up your 4 most used apps. That will be on your top row. The other thing I wanted to show you is the 3-minute battery settings. What this will do, this is what comes with it, but if you pick any of these here, you can actually download any of these batteries. Whoops, let me get back into it again. And when you download them, they will get saved here. And this, of course, is the purchased app, not the free app. And to set any of these, you just pick it. And then if you want to change your size, you can change it with this setting here. Right now it's at 30. Let's go to 0. And that's what size it would be. I like it as big as I can get it. Also, with this, I am not running, or the ROM does not come with a battery bar. So just so you guys know, again, for those of you that like battery bars and your ROM does not come with it, don't fret. There is an app called Team Battery Bar. Of course, I have the Pro version. I'm not 100% sure what you get with the non-Pro version, but this will give you your battery bar. These are all your settings. Right here, you can actually put the bar underneath the status bar if you'd like, or not. You can change the height of the status bar by just getting rid of that, plug it in whatever number you want. And also to change colors, here's where you would do that. Now it also has an empty color where if you want the whole thing to be filled in, then you would put that up there. I particularly do not care for that option, so I don't run it. Well, guys, that is about it. Again, this is JDX Marshmallow ROM version 4.0.0. I think you guys ought to try it out. I think you'll like it. I know I do. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.